Have you ever wondered, what if the end of the world isn't just a figment of Hollywood's imagination, but a foretold event in various religious texts? Today, we'll delve into the concept of the apocalypse, exploring its depiction across different religions and finding the common threads that bind these prophecies together. Imagine the apocalypse, not as a singular event, but as a mosaic of beliefs from religions around the world. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism all offer unique perspectives on this cataclysmic event. In Christian tradition, the Book of Revelation describes the apocalypse as a series of cataclysmic events leading to the final judgment, a time of tribulation marked by the rise of the Antichrist, wars, famines, and natural disasters. The righteous, however, will ascend to heaven, leaving behind a world embroiled in chaos. Islam, on the other hand, speaks of the Day of Judgment, or Qiyamah. The world will dissolve into chaos with the sun rising from the west. A trumpet will sound, marking the end of all life. Then, a second trumpet will signal the resurrection and judgment of all souls, with paradise or hellfire awaiting each individual. In contrast, Hinduism presents a cyclical view of the apocalypse. The end of one age, or yuga, simply heralds the beginning of another. The current age, Kali Yuga, will culminate in a great dissolution, Pralaya, where all existence will dissolve into the divine entity, only to be recreated anew. Buddhism, meanwhile, doesn't prophesize a violent end, but rather a slow spiritual decline. The Dharma will eventually be forgotten, leading to a time of moral bankruptcy. However, a new Buddha will eventually rise, re-establishing the Dharma and starting a new cycle of spiritual growth. While these depictions vary, they all share common threads. Chaos, moral decay, and ultimate judgment seem to be universal themes. Each religion also offers hope, whether it's the promise of a new age, the rise of a new Buddha, or salvation for the righteous. In Christianity, the apocalypse is a path to final judgment and eternal life. Islam too speaks of judgment, but also emphasizes the transient nature of the physical world. Hinduism and Buddhism, meanwhile, focus on cycles, the end being just a precursor to a new beginning. So what are the key takeaways about the apocalypse across different religions? Firstly, it's not always a literal end, but often a time of great change or spiritual decline. Secondly, judgment or some form of reckoning is a common theme, signaling a time of accountability. Lastly, despite the chaos and destruction, there's always a glimmer of hope, a promise of rebirth or salvation. As we navigate our own trials and tribulations in the world today, perhaps there's a lesson to be learned from these religious prophecies. They remind us that chaos and hardship are often precursors to change and renewal, and that accountability and righteousness can lead to salvation. Whether or not these apocalyptic visions will come to pass, they undeniably offer us a mirror to our own world and a roadmap for navigating its challenges. So the next time you ponder the apocalypse, remember it's not just about the end. It's about the journey, the lessons learned, and the promise of a new beginning.